Such a unique character, but how should you build Gohan and Piccolo's hidden potential? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the newly released Gohan and Piccolo on Global Dokkan. These guys have such a unique ability, and they're doing so many different things that it's hard to pinpoint down a proper build for them. So we're going to do our best to take a look at what they're doing and kind of what they would benefit from most in their hidden potential skill. So let's go ahead and let's jump on in. Let's take a look at what the unit is doing. So reminder, they are a bond of master and disciple, category key 3, HP attack and defense 170%. They also have Saiyan Saga, but I mean realistically it's not the best team in the world right now, so we are mostly focused on bond of master and disciple when we talk about this unit. They also have a 30% for Earthbred fighters for their 30% leader skill, which is totally fine. Basically, the combination of bond of master and disciple and Earthbred fighters basically covers every single bond of master and disciple character, barring the super Vegetas and like the gods of destruction and angels. Otherwise, it covers pretty much everybody here. Now, on his passive, he gets key 2, attack and defense 150%. He has an additional attack 150%. The less HP, the higher the stat boost. He also has attack and defense 100% when performing his super attack. He also reduces damage received in the first or second slots when HP is 70% or more. As well, he is giving Bond of Master and Disciple and Saiyan Saga allies key 2 and attack and defense 30%. Now, if you drop them in the third slot, they will lose their damage reduction. However, they will gain an extra 30% to all superclass allies. So, very, very helpful there. Finally, when HP is 70% or below, starting from the 7th turn, they can revive with 70% HP recovered. Now, once they revive, it revives into Gohan, who is now key 2, attack and defense 150%. They have an additional attack and defense 100% when performing a super attack, if 58% or higher. They also get an additional 100%. Now, for the first turn from appearance, he gets key 12 and attack and defense 300% and launches an attack that always is a critical hit. So they have guaranteed crits. Then from the third turn, from the first appearance, he has super effective against all types. He does have support, but it is only for superclass allies key 2. When facing a Pure Saiyan's enemy, he has guaranteed crits. He also, as long as there is a Goku on the team or character whose name includes Goku, he has guaranteed dodge on his first appearance and 50% dodge on his subsequent appearances after that. So, all in all, he's pretty amazing, right? When in base form, they have a lot of support going on to help out the rotations, and realistically, as a third slot floater, that's the best place for them. Even though they do lose the damage reduction, their defense raise is greatly raised, so a double super out of them will protect you from normals in most cases if they are hanging out in the third slot. Now, the question then becomes, well, what do you build them? Because they benefit from additionals while in base, but actually, because of the guaranteed crits and the high chances to crit in his transform state, he actually benefits a little bit more from dodge. He is already getting guaranteed dodge. However, he has not that much defense pre-super once that guaranteed dodge runs out, and 50%, a coin flip isn't the best to rely on, so he kind of does the other way. So I think the fair compromise for this unit, right, looking at the hidden potential system, is kind of tough because he's an STR, right? Like if we scroll down as an STR unit here, we can, oh, where is it? There it is. So as an STR unit, right, if you had 2 or more dupes in them, you're looking at 20, like he has base critical hit, right? He has 5 critical hit, and most of his nodes are geared towards critical hit. So that means to go additionals with them in base, or even to prioritize them in his post revive, the most you're going to get is 15, which does equate to a 30% chance, which still isn't bad, but it's not as helpful on him, right? Although while in his transform state, he is massively raising his own attack, so that can be taken advantage of with multiple supers. He doesn't need crit whatsoever. Like I said, he's got enough crit built into him, guaranteed when facing Super Saiyans, but also fairly easy to keep up in any other in any other situation. Now, him being STR also means that if you choose to go full dodge out of him, the best you're going to get is 15. Now, unlike in the other nodes where that 15 is basically doubled, in the hidden potential for evasion, it's just is what it is. You put 15 nodes in, you're going to get 15% evasion. So he definitely does benefit that in his secondary form, right? In the base form with Gohan and Piccolo, you don't need to worry too much about it, because either they have damage reduction in the 3rd slot or in the 2nd slot, and it's a non-issue, or they are supporting and double supering in the 3rd slot, where it's also not too big of a deal as long as it's not a big super they're missing. So honestly, I would say prioritize a mix of additionals and dodge for these guys. So put as much additional in as you can them, because they will benefit from that secondary attack, and then invest the rest in dodge. If you do that, you should be able to get about 25 in additionals on them, and depending on where you get it from, you can get as high as 20 on evasion with a mixed build. And I do think that's probably the best way to go for them, because, I've had a few times with these guys where we don't pop the additional super, and that was the thing that could have saved us. So guys, that is it for our video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, how did you build Gohan and Piccolo? I think that a combination of additionals and evasion is the way to go for this guy, but let me know what you're thinking in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.